lost
No,
Christian
because
McCaffrey for 8 weeks.
all right. So let's take tonight for instance, right? I was at work, so if I didn't come home, I wouldn't have been able to play my game.
Hmm.
Since and then
Okay.
so I'm not able to play my game because of work. So that's legit. So I say, hey,
But you couldn't schedule it within 48 hours, and then y'all come to the agreement that, okay, we have a conflict in schedule, so are we just going to sim it, or are you going to give me the auto? And if it's decided to be a sim, the injury should stay on,
but see,
Here's
this
my
is what
because
I'm
you're punishing the
right.
people that played.
But
In real life, you
Because
can't turn injuries off.
but you got
I'm losing Christian McCaffrey because I
okay.
played
Look,
my
man,
game.
this is right. But look, I have to sim because I cannot play. I
Okay,
have to sim because I legit cannot play. I am at work. But
that's
so
a chance you take.
now I lose. No, but this is
It's no
see
different than y'all simming if someone get hurt.
the reason we did this was because every
The
single
different,
sim somebody was hurt for sure. Somebody would get hurt. And it's not fair to the people because just because you sim a game, you should not lose a play.
Right, but here's my thing is like, if your opponent can't play last minute, but you're still home,
well, the
then
different, that's
you should
what,
have to play.
okay, the different, that's
Because if
what I'm
you,
asking it.
here's my thing, if
So,
you were free to play at that expected time,
let me
and then
see.
all of a sudden last
Different,
minute you
that's what I
can't
asked
play
you.
and you choose not to play the computer, then you're saying, okay, then I accept the sim. Like, if you don't want to, if you were available to play and then all of a sudden you don't want to play the computer, then guess what? You get the injury. But we just have to turn the injury sliders down. Because that's the thing, like, yeah, you being at work, it sucks. But at the same time, all 31 other users in the entire league have to go through the same thing. And yeah, someone might lose their quarterback and someone might not, but at the same time, it keeps it more realistic than turning injuries off. And that's coming from someone who's been screwed over by that before.
My thing is, if I play my game and I lose, I run the risk of losing my players.
I
If
mean,
you
that's
and
one of
your
those.
opponent couldn't come to an agreement and it gets in, y'all should just have to take the same chance I took by playing my game.
Man,
Because if you
I
played your game, if you
But if you
played your
play your
game,
game
you running the same
and
risk of him getting hurt too. So what's the
your
difference?
game and
because whenever you, there's been plenty of times where I play the game and I don't lose anybody.
Right.
But then but every single time that a game has been simmed, I lose somebody to injury. So how is that fair? I
You
mean,
just have to turn injury sliders down.
I'm 100% for injuries being left on, whereas I play the game with injuries on, and I'm at 20%. That's not a good ratio.
let me,
See, but I mean, have we been turning injuries off and have we been turning injuries off when people play the computer?
no.
So I mean,
No,
like, if you
no.
can't play last minute,
No, the
are we
injuries
gonna
is
make
on.
your opponent go with an auto or a sim? Because if one player is available to play and the other one has something come up in life that prevents him from playing, why should we punish the other
Okay,
person
I tell you
for
what.
not being able to play?
Let's put a note beside this one. We're gonna let the league decide now.
And then, hold on,
No. To me, I really feel like if you play your game and your player got injured while you playing the computer, then that's on you. But
hold
if
on,
we, huh?
hold on. What is this under? What are we doing this under?
This
This is
little,
under
Because
injury.
there's bonus such as player points, and before that was fourth down. So you want me to just kind of like write something down?
Oh, I guess yeah. Just add injuries as a subtopic that we got into here.
Star. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Go ahead and keep talking now.
okay. It's to me like you play your game, you play against a computer, and it got put on AP, whatever that be the case, then your player get injured, that's on you. You know,
Right.
ain't nothing we can do about it. But as far as you know, when we do assimilate it and you know we turn the injury, you know, that's a whole totally different story. But actually, that door had an injury off. I think a lot of people would sit there and bitch complain if we keep the injury on at Summit. Cause you see how everybody, but you know, even though that was my fault, that was my fault. I don't know until that was my fault. And I thought the injury was on. I couldn't do the freaking like it. You know that was understandable. But if we sit there that lead the injury on at Summit, we're gonna have more people fussing about it. We're gonna have more
But
people
here's-
want to. Can you do something and turn this since y'all ain't turn the injury off, or even
But
we
here's
put
my
that in the
rebuttal.
rule. Uh
Here's my rebuttal to that, though, sir.
huh.
If everybody passed it by, the only reason that dude got pissed is because we have it in the rules that says you get a forced win, and we messed it up by breaking that rule. So if it's a rule that everyone has to follow, that everyone has to have injuries on at all times, no one can complain.
Wait a minute, who
He's
got
talking
that?
about Colton EE when we advanced and he lost like 2 players because we forgot to turn injuries off. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, if injuries have to be on at all times, then no one can complain because every single user in the league has that same chance of losing someone when we advance.
But I thought I addressed that. I thought I put a little thing.
Yo,
in
I'm
my-
about to boot Gizmo, like legit, man.
It doesn't matter
Now
like
he's sitting here
what.
calling me a motherfucking liar. Like, don't do that. Like,
Dude,
we can't fucking reverse injuries.
You can't reverse injuries.
But he's sitting here saying I straight up lied to him. First he said,
What do you
I
say?
sent invite.
I mean, what do you mean?
Okay.
What do you say?
All right, I'm about to put this stream up with the Seahawk from the ASC.
all right, I'm about to bring him in here.
All right, go ahead.
'Cause he's pissing me off right now. Like,
Yeah, bring him.
legit
Go ahead.
pissing
Go
me
ahead,
off.
bring him in.
Bring him in the chat, man. Bring him in the party.
I sit there and told him. I sit there and told him like it's the difference because you play your game. I'm like I'm not gonna sit there and change it because you know you played your game, your man got hurt. That's your fault.
Is it 521 is his thing? Gizmo 521?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It's a Gizmo _521, I think.
Well, no trip to the
I'm gonna need to
Northwest
go
would
get
be
myself some
complete
chocolate
without a
milk
little
for this.
rain. And we've got a lot
Let me
of rain
see,
falling
let me
right
see,
now at CenturyLink Field in
Let me go to my
downtown
YouTube
Seattle.
channel real quick.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics,
that.
you
I'm
name
good.
it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match
I'm
up
trying to
between
make-
our visitors and the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, why would you do freaking that? Share.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL
Who
season,
me?
Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
AAC.
Where we at? Where we at? We
Fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the
We need to
20
get taken
as
by
his
the
guys will set up
movie
shop
here.
at the 23-yard line.
Where did everybody go?
This dude's pissing me off, man. Like for real, for real.
Look, man, I got it that you over
the
there arguing
fucker.
with Gizmo. Just bring him in the chat.
Carry from Melvin Gordon.
Got
he
him.
doesn't. He said he doesn't want to come in the chat.
No. Tell him come in the chat. And he done got finna try to fuss about it. Tell him come in the chat. That way he can hear. Like I said, I told him I'm sitting here talking to the commissioner about it now, and we just mother freaking rain.
Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs.
I told him this is what I just said. I said Booter said come into the chat or move on from the convo.
There's a lot to answer
Like
for.
it's just that simple. Like he's not trying to fucking hear what I'm trying to tell him.
Stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just
I'm
wants to
not
step
trying
it
to screw him
past
over,
him,
man. We
and
just
it's
can't.
still
No.
Because he said here. Because here's the thing. I told him like this is what he circled in the picture. He was like, up here at the top. He was like, I messaged him. Here, I'll send you the whole message.
I hope Nick here. No, stop saying that. I hope Nick here.
I'm sending you the goddamn message. You're gonna read the message.
EA has got to get rid of this, not letting the defense see what play is doing.
Okay, single double back off wide.
That's the thing, man. I see it sometimes. We got to get a move on. My girlfriend's looking at her watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. You be whooping your ass like that?
I know, man. Okay, well, hey, man,
This is the first year that we've actually had together fully on the same schedule. So we're trying to make things work.
Well, you did.
You enter the danger zone when you decide to
No, I'm good. I'm good. We just can't keep getting tired.
He can hurt
All right, so what's the
He
next
reads
topic?
defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part
Bonuses, such as player points.
I don't think that was his primary target.
Okay, yeah, somebody had mentioned
He had
that,
the
but
read, figured
I'm
out
be
where the
honest.
blitz was
I'm
coming
actually
from,
going to probably
and
get
went to a
more strict
secondary
with it.
target for a really nice
Yeah.
game.
So what I'll
That's
do
very well timed there
is,
defensively,
because the
it's
thing
not a
is,
bad
you know,
throw, but the
sometimes
collision
it's the
came at
coding in the
exact
game.
time.
Let's say
He
you
was
got
reaching
the
to bring in
Dolphins,
the
the Dolphins suck.
really
The
well
Dolphins are always
Decent
going to
offense,
suck.
just
So
better
if you don't
defense, I
have
think you're
those
right.
little
Here
boosts,
is Eckler.
you know,
And not
that you
much
can
there
take
at
advantage
all.
of,
Maybe a
and your
yard up
team
to the
is always going
43.
to suck. And it's just-
Here's my thing.
But we just saw a great example of what
I
we
think we
talked
should
about with his
have
coach prior to the
kind
game.
of like
He's
a,
definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play
and
and flowing to
you,
make the
you guys
stop
can
before
go
it turns
against
into
this if you
something
want to.
big.
I think we should do our own kind of like bullshit award
And
thing
it looks like
where
we
we're
got a
like,
dime
yeah,
set here
this guy was
defensively.
finished
6
up.
DBs in the
Here's a
game.
point per player. You played all your games. You guys all get points. You guys get, like no more of the like playing Pro Bowl or whatever. But
Oh, you little bitch ass
reward the
nigga, keep
people
running.
who are
But
like,
that's what I
hey,
hate.
you're active in the chat, you're active in the room, you don't cause a lot of problems, so we're going to give you 3 points to 3 players. One point to 3 players.
But we did that's exactly what I had. I had it for 2 plays. And I even gave guys a break. I said, hey, if you play 85 games, and if you play all of your games, you get 6. The problem was nobody was giving me a chance
brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700.
It was like everybody was like, hey, let's keep going, let's move on, let's move on. I'm like, hey, yo, I haven't gotten
And one we talk about all the time.
this or that. I'm like, you know, and then people was, and when I went to
Give me that.
people,
Man, if you don't get in this goddamn league, except it's Drake,
I'm not done with the online game. But
I
I'm
don't
gonna
care
give
your damn online game.
I'm gonna give people 3 days. You got 3 days to give me your requests for your play. If you don't give it to me in the 3 days, then you forfeit it. It's gonna be that
Yeah.
simple. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna
So,
do today.
Okay,
And it'll be
so we'll
a
leave that.
hard set 3 days.
League input.
Gonna throw again. Dancing to his left. And this one is
Chat.
complete.
I think everybody should have to
Contact
use
hold on to that one,
group
and
me,
it's third down.
minus
So
phone issues.
back-to-back
But I think it should be a
incompletions.
requirement to
Third down
have
here in 10,
group
but you're
me
still in field goal
and
range.
have
And that's the thing to keep
notifications
in mind.
on.
They're in
Not
field
that
goal
you
range,
have
so
to like
now
have
you
the
don't
chat
take any
turned on, because I
unnecessary
have the
risks,
chat
but you're
muted,
trying to
but
find
the
a
app
way to
sends me
get back to what you
notifications.
were
So
doing
if
earlier in
I
the
mention
drive
it,
in order to
I
finish
see
this
the
one off.
notification. But we got guys that are doing this that are like, oh, no way, I'm muting notifications, I'm muting the chat room, I'm not going to be a part of it, I'm not going to go through the messages, I'm going to ignore everybody. And then they're like, well, no one hit me up, so I should get a forced
I
win.
like the play call. Roll him out,
Oh,
give
no,
him a chance to
no,
run.
No.
No, I'm not saying that's what we should do. I'm saying that's what happened. We have people who don't participate in the chat, who flat out admit that they don't want to be in chat. And some people in their names have text. And it's like, no, you join the league. One of the things to join a league is to get group me as an app. Like, you don't get to join and then be like, okay, well, I don't want to use the main way that we communicate, so you guys can text. Like, it's, my phone's on mute. I get a notification every now and then. It's split up. When I accept a notification, it brings me right to the message that I was mentioned in. And if we require people to send DMs, then it should be no issue with the chat anyway.
Charger drive about
I
to
got
get
you.
going.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, do you want Antonio Brown?
Alright, so
What the
what's
fuck
the,
did you just say?
what's the next topic here?
Activity.
Activity. We're gonna, so the activity will be addressed kind of like with the bonuses. I mean, if you play, you get rewarded. If you don't, if you miss 2 games without talking to a commissioner, you're gonna,
And sometimes you force a run a little bit,
let's
right? Trying to break
see,
off that
if you
big
miss
carry
2
again.
games
And instead,
without speaking
it
to a
works opposite.
commissioner,
Now on 2nd and 13.
alright, if you miss 2 without speaking to a commissioner,
Oh, that's some fucking bullshit.
suspended for the third. If you miss 3 games without speaking to a commissioner, you're booted.
So the big
Uh-huh.
fella gets on the scoreboard
How's
with a
that?
return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
I would say
I'm out.
If you kind
I
of
would say
adjust this already,
4 games, 3 games.
And give him the oxygen.
4 games,
4
3
games
games.
booted,
Fact
3
that he
games
got in
suspended.
without having to run very far.
Because so I'm not gonna lie, sometimes some people do run into shit. Like if your brother, if Garland didn't mess with the chat when your company had shut down, like I wouldn't have fucking been like, oh screw you. Like you had other shit going on. This should have been the farthest thing from your mind. So I would totally understand if
The
something.
Charger drive about to get
And I
So
do
at
understand.
and that last
But
possession
that
at
goes
least-
back to the communication piece of what I was saying.
Right.
Nobody has had a problem.
Right. Like I think that 3 games gives them 1 full week to at least be like, hey, sorry man, I've just been really busy. But if we only give them 3 games and then boot them, and then they're like, oh hey, sorry man, this is what was going on, and then we're like, well fuck, we already replaced you.
Okay.
That way it at least gives them 1 week to get a hold of you before they get a suspension.
So 3 games, and they'll alright, so 3 games. If you're gone for 3 games, then you get a suspension.
Right. And then
If you miss 4 games, then you're replaced.
right. So I would say like week 5. If it started at week 1, week 5 would be the week that you would get cut.
Okay, that,
Because you have that suspension. So you have the 3 games, and then week 4 would be your suspended week. And then I would say like 1.5 days before advance into week 5 would be the cutoff date to be like, hey, all right, he's gone. Here, we'll put him on auto, try to replace him after advance.
Alright, that sounds good. Alright.
hold on, repeat that one more time, I bet.
So like, if you miss 3 games without talking to your opponent or commissioner, you get a 1-game suspension.
Mm.
And then if you go through that whole next advance, go into week 4, and then a day and a half past week 4 without talking to anyone, you get cut. Your opponent can play the CPU, and then we try to replace him.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game.
So that way it gives you legitimately 1.5 weeks to be like, hey, I've had some really bad shit going on, or, like, I had a kid, I'm moving, or whatever.
And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
Alright, so
And then-
are we going to do anything about the quarterback scrambling?
Yeah, cause
Okay,
that's what I'm
so
dealing with right now.
Here's the Seattle
quarterback
offense ready to
scramble.
get this
I
drive
kind
underway.
of.
And they're not going to play this conservative.
Well, I
don't
tell you
think.
what
They
I'm
had
not
a field goal
for.
last
I'm not
time, and
for
they're
if you
up,
come
but
out
they're
and you
looking to
go
put a drive in the
immediately
end
to
zone.
the left side of the screen or whatever. So I got that. But man, people, they do it in the NFL.
Yeah.
How in the world are we gonna really sit there and force something that really does happen on the field?
Or right. But like, there's certain times though where it's like,
Okay, my thing is,
this is
if I call a full vert and I snap the ball, and I just take off running. Like I don't even give the damn receiver a chance to get 5 yards down the field, and I'm already running.
They're doing that in the NFL. And
No, they doing that as a quarterback draw though. Like that's designed quarterback draw. That's not a freaking call a full vert and take off running.
and so here's my thing. This would go with the 100% streaming. Like, obviously, me playing Ravens, I could be like, yo, Ravens fucking scrambled every goddamn play. And then you guys would go look, and you would see like, yeah, one was a quarterback run, one was a pass play where I put pressure on him, and then he ran 3 plays in a row where it was different verts, where he just took off right away. like there's a big difference in like, yeah, he's scrambling
You know
NFL
what?
wise compared to
Okay, here
this
you go.
works. I know.
It's caught here by
You can't run sideline to sideline.
22 yards there, a first
Yeah,
down.
but we already had them in there.
You can see the time and effort
But
and thought that
people
they
do
put into
it.
their
Like
passing
it's
game,
done
because it was
constantly.
evident right
Okay,
there.
They've been doing it the way they've been doing it now. They'll go back 20 yards, but they'll be drifting to one side while they're doing it.
So from Charger territory now.
And then eventually, next thing you know, they're at the sideline throwing the ball.
They'll run here with Eckler.
Like
Desmond King
that's what's
making the
been done
What's the old
lately.
expression, 3 yards in a
You
cloud
know,
of dust?
like with me,
In this
I'll
case, it's
I'll do
dust
like
covered
quick slants
pellets.
and
Still
run out
over that old
and throw the
grass
ball
that we
like
used to
that.
play on, right,
But
and chew it
then there's
up.
also times I
Now
run
we've
quick
got that
slants where I don't
artificial
leave the
surface.
pocket.
You see the
But
pellets
then you'll
come
have
out.
people who are
Still
like,
a nice
oh no,
play
every
by the
time I run
defense.
quick slants, I run my quarterback this way without
I want y'all to
keeping
run.
them.
Blitz the shit out of y'all.
5 on second
All right,
down.
so-
Wilson. There
all right.
goes a deep ball.
All right, so
In-
y'all, okay.
and he
So
is
what we
in
gonna do
for
about it?
How the fuck
I
did he
mean,
get that one?
I think it gets managed by having the 100% streak. Because obviously, if you have a quarterback, you know, like yeah, Lamar Jackson, he ran a fuck ton this year, and he got a lot of long distance runs. But if you have someone in our league who's having like 17 runs for the first 5 weeks with Lamar Jackson, I mean, you know, it's kind of like, okay, dude, like you got 3,500, 4,000 yards with Lamar Jackson. You know, and then because that, depending on how they do the next Madden, that can make it be like, okay, well now he has
Man,
2 or
next
3
match,
speed
that motherfucker
upgrades.
gonna have 99 speed.
Right. And so it's kind of like having the 100% streaming, you'll be able to tell if the people are like, oh, I'm just doing this because it's totally a glitch, compared to like, yeah, I did it because I had this opportunity. Like, I'm not against it, just don't abuse it every fucking down like people do online right now.
Well, yeah.
That motherfucker gonna have a 99 speed.
But look, I'm what you just said was key. I
What?
don't mind it. as long as
Duke
you
got destroyed. NC State beat Duke 88-66.
NC State, man. NC State is for real this
An
year. You better
entertaining
believe it.
start to this one.
But what
More
I
to
was,
come
yeah,
on
what I
EA
was saying, I was
Sports.
agreeing with you. I feel that we should allow it, but not every second. And if you're abusing it, then do it. And then, like you said, the streams.
God.
stream with your So, alright, what's the
88-66.
That was it.
Scrimmage the 37 on first and 10.
Mm-hmm. That's all we had on there.
Alright, so let's do a quick recap, like real fast.
Alright, you're gonna get in here and you're gonna accept the damn trade before we advance.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
The Caucasian.
Decreases like they were able to exploit right there.
Look at this. Look at this. A bunch of colored people outsourcing to a white guy. What fucking TV show did I see that on?
Trubisky
Big Bang Theory.
to escape, and he goes down.
Enough to
Hey, you
start
guys
down a
ready?
good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a third and long and seven.
Whatever.
Not
It's after-
between
it's
5
after
p.m.
5.
and 5 a.m.
Well, it's a very
On black days between 5 and 5.
Now Trubisky on third and
You
Yeah,
know,
see, man,
my-
you
my
weren't
low-
here for this
I'm-
conversation.
I'm just low pigment. I got low pigmentation during the daytime because the sun be out. But whenever it get dark, I be just as black as everybody else.
Oh boy.
Turn the lights off. I bet you I disappear too.
It looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver.
Alright,
This'll wind
play
up
call.
It's a
turnover.
damn
Same play
train.
3
man.
times in one
Here
drive.
to begin their next drive, the Seahawks
Yeah,
offense. And thus far, the weather has not
Play
slowed
break.
this offense
Stop
down
play.
one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And
Streaming,
think back to our
100%
meeting
streaming.
with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the
That
forecast for
doesn't
this
sound
game.
right. We didn't really
We
ever
said, hey,
agree
are you
on that.
prepared for
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
And he talked about the different drills that they've done
So,
in different conditions,
yeah.
wet ball
wait,
drills, things of
um,
that
But wait a
nature.
minute, what
He
was
said, I don't think so slow us down
what was
much. We tend to
the
handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
rebuttal for
Second and
I
seven
don't
now from the
stream?
28.
Yeah, that
Yeah, okay, so
Second
here's
down,
my thing.
Eckler.
And this is only for like my own personal opinion, if you don't have the internet to stream and play, maybe give up one of your spots and one of those. You know, like I
No, but
mean, I kind of
what
want
did
our
they
league to
just
be
say?
active.
Like, I know he just straight up said he not streaming. Like, he don't stream, he not gonna stream.
Yeah. Suspension. Put him on auto. Don't start the game. You don't wanna stream, we're gonna auto you before you game. You can't start it until your opponent gets fixed.
Give me that.
Until we see the stream goes up, boom.
I'm gonna try to fucking quarterback run. That shit wasn't designed quarterback run, motherfucker.
That's what we're gonna have to do to get people to stream, man. We're just having to be like, hey, either we're gonna auto you for this game, or you're gonna fucking stream.
Yeah,
But Bully would forever be on auto because he bullied.
Yeah. Bully might, you know, I'm kind of voting for Bully to get kicked out. He's been in for a while, but he makes things so difficult. So like, we need to tell him, you know, like, you need to talk in the chat. Like, you have to make yourself noticed in chat. Because, I mean, he goes like, what, 9 advances in between coming in the chat? And that's ridiculous.
Always say yo, and they disappear.
And I'm at fucking school, and he sends me a game invite, and then he comes into the main chat and is like, Reedy's not answering me, and I try to send him an invite. And then that creates issues for all of us, because it's like, when I was in class, and he didn't say shit.
Virginia. I noticed that that thing says trade updated. It doesn't say trade accepted yet.
What?
You about to keep making excuses, man. You better get in there and accept the damn trade.
I'm gonna go into EE and I'm gonna be like, hey, at New England, Brewers trading his brother right now. See this conversation. And he's gonna be like, what the fuck?
I traded with myself. Make sure you say that.
The pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Communication. 24 hours of schedule. Respond auto at 5 p.m. that night. Through me, talking, texting.
Oh man, I know something we forgot. Are we gonna stay on all pro? Are we going all Madden? Are we changing from simulation to competitive?
No, none of that is changing. None of that. I am not going to do that silliness.
I know there's something else that's not changing. That damn trade. I swear to God, that shit says rejected.
Throwing again on second down.
Counter offer,
It don't say no goddamn count off. It just says you got raped. Man, you just gave me a freaking beast of a DB for a slow receiver.
Let me tell you about Bandy, man. I've had it for 2 years. He sucks.
Yeah, and I see who you are. And he a star rating? Man.
I made him a star.
I'm about to make this dude a god.
You know, I build up.
That's what you get for keep growing to him, you fucking bastard.
I build up DBs. Alright, so what was the next thing, Rudy, where we at?
Something about trading. That's the last thing I heard.
Oh yeah, the new guys have got to. The new guy, hey man. All right, listen.
Hey, now see, this is exactly my point right here. Dikembe just messaged Wood because Wood switched over to the Saints. He like, you want the Patriots? Wood was like, huh? He like, I'm walking if you want the Paints. Who you taking? He like, might be leaving too much goofy shit. Like, so why the fuck? See, that's what I'm saying. He does this every fucking week, man.
I think he doing it because he upset that you became the Bills. You know, but you know,
because he knows it gets under your guys' skin and you guys make it.
What's he talking about? Goofy. What is he saying is goofy?
Matter of fact, I changed teams.
He's allowed to change teams. He can do whatever he wants. Blah, blah, blah. Same argument all the time, every time.
But yeah, the thing is, if I take the team I built, which is the Steelers, you only win because you got a super team. Okay, so I'll take a bum ass team. Oh, why you keep getting to switch teams like that? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, make your choice. Either I stay the team that I built, or I take a garbage ass team and go in there and start hitting your ass up like that.
Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7.
This is why I don't like him, man. Like, legit, him and Packers are two that shouldn't even be coming back next year.
They play, man. He just
okay.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
New guys, no trades.
For the first
That being efficient improved from one whole season. We'll have a pretty good idea of them after one season if they're going to stick around. If they bring anybody in, like New England did, they can't trade at all unless it's approved by all the commissioners, or we can make it like a league.
He's going to fire this thing deep right side. This is caught inside the 15.
Who just said I won't beat him with the Bills?
Almost gets to the 10. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. So
no, we don't play again until week 17. You know how much time I'm ahead of the team, right?
Alright, so what's the... Alright, what else you got?
God.
4th and 8 was free for all in AAC.
Past 50.
Past 50.
Everybody's good with that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, past 50 good.
Hey, so we can move receiver to halfback?
Huh?
The what?
Receiver
We
to
can move a
halfback?
receiver to halfback?
Who did that?
Patriots did. Dante Harris.
Oh, that's some fucking bullshit.
I thought that the normal members couldn't edit the positions. I thought it was back up.
I don't know, you can change positions.
There's nothing. It is a week to the offseason.
What is what? I know you can't change from a wide receiver to a tight end. I remember that one.
They started on the ground with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Patriots moved receiver Dante Harris to halfback week 4.
I mean, in the next Madden, I'd be down to be like, oh, you got a wide receiver that's got 83 speed, like.
Oh no, he's a 93 speed, 93 acceleration.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
I put Demir Bird at that motherfucker. He want to do that. That's fine.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, if it's like a wide receiver and he's like 86 feet and lower, I don't see a problem.
Give it that.
But if it's like 5'11",
yeah, he gonna bomb that out.
Well, the incompletion, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually
Hold
gives
up,
them a
man.
chance to regroup.
Do y'all see what I see?
They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a
No, I
chance
see my fucking TV.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, listen. Go to position changes.
Throwing again. Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone.
I
What am I
know
looking
I'm not seeing this.
When people been moving them to like left end, right end, all this other shit.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna tell you what, all of that is fine. I am good. I'm even okay with the one the Patriots did. Look at the one right up underneath the Patriots.
I can't even look at see what happened right
Jalen,
now.
you talking about Jalen Ramsey?
Yes.
The reason he does that is because he's maxed out at 99, but he's got skill points, so he's trying to use the skill points at other positions.
Was that it, or was he running?
Yeah.
Was he having to resign him?
No, I already checked that. Because whenever you max out, like Jalen Ramsey is maxed out at 99 across the thing, and then you move him to a different position, it unlocks stuff like it'll say like run stopper or
Okay.
coverage
So-
or whatever.
All right. So you're okay with him moving to a middle linebacker?
As long as he didn't play the game, why not?
Oh,
I mean,
so,
he's got the points. He's got the points to use. if you've got your player maxed out at corner,
I'm
like he
cornerback.
can't use zone, he can't use man to man, he can't use slot. Like he is maxed out.
Yeah, like I have like Myles Garrett for me is 99 on all 4 of his things, but I have like I think it's like 6 or 7 skill points that I can still use. But I
Then I
didn't
wouldn't have a
even think about
problem.
that.
I wouldn't have a problem with him moving him to safety and using and putting, using zone, using those points on zone.
Okay, but that's what he did though.
Yeah.
Okay, look, cornerback to free safety. Free safety.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure as free safety, he was still 99 across the board. Because they're interchangeable.
Free safety is nothing but a corner. I got that. So then he goes from free safety to strong safety, and then from strong safety to middle linebacker.
Yeah,
And then
he
from middle
probably, he
linebacker,
probably thought that if he went,
Because that's basically like move a cornerback to middle linebacker right away. And usually a cornerback had better hand than a middle linebacker.
no, I'm saying
Right.
once he went
Yeah.
from strong safety, he went to middle linebacker, but from middle linebacker straight back to corner. So what he did was he went and you probably used his points as a run stopper, which would increase his tackle or his
Right.
play recognition. or,
I would make Myles Garrett
block
become a
shed.
linebacker, and then I could do pass coverage. I could do whatever the other pass one is. I can make him a cornerback, and then I can upgrade Myles Garrett's man coverage, all that kind of bullshit. But as long as I put him back, otherwise, I mean, by the end of the season, I'll probably have like 15 development points for Myles Garrett just sitting there, not being used.
Okay.
I mean, I
So,
don't
like-
have a problem with that, but like you said, it needs to be done in the off season, and it needs to be done on somebody that's not being re-signed.
We're going to see him when we kick it off in the second half.
But yeah, he didn't re-sign him because I mean, you can go to re-sign and it'll show you, who didn't re-sign. I think he's on the second year of like a new deal.
We need to talk about Chemo's BSNEE though.
What Chemo do?
The
Chemo
whole thing
was
on the Baker Mayfield.
Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like
He did what?
Because he's
frankly,
with the whole the Baker Mayfield thing.
Oh yeah,
How
where
he
he
tried him
released
and how
it.
he's trying to trade him away.
another down.
Yeah,
Like he's trying to get like 2 first-round picks out of someone who he cut and re-signed.
Did he try to get what?
all right. So he
So-
cut Baker at the beginning of the year, and then we cleared the cap after. So he basically cut him free of charge.
And they
And
turned
now
back
he's
re-sign
trying
him.
to trade him.
Oh.
No, he's trying to trade him. He hadn't
Yeah.
even re-signed him.
The pocket,
Yeah. And he, like, people are like, well, he re-signed him, I'll trade for him. And he's like, no, I'm not going to trade him.
the football.
Sign him.
Yeah, so if that be the case, he just gonna have to sit on him.
I can tell you this, man. I probably won't. If I do clear cap again, it's not gonna be unannounced.
No,
I'm gonna be like, hey, everybody.
Oh, I'm glad you said that word announced. Off season. Go ahead. I want to bring up the off season, but go ahead.
Let me finish.
Okay,
I swear
I
the
wasn't-
dude
I
not
didn't
yet-
hear what you said. I wasn't listening, but okay.
Dude, this dude is freaking running with his fucking quarterback.
I will
He didn't.
not-
He even get to give him a chance to freaking He that slam ran in the middle. It wasn't a design quarterback run either.
I'm not watching the game. I'm
I
sorry.
figured
I
that.
wish they told me what was edited, man. I would have loved to see what key edited.
Oh, that fucking dude pissed me
Probably
off.
right now, he edited that fucking wide receiver he drafted in the
Man,
first
he
goddamn
is
round.
a motherfucker, man.
How the
Talking
fuck are you
about
gonna draft a
his
goddamn X Factor wide out in the
Yeah,
goddamn
man.
sixth and not know
Don't
he
ever
was
do
an
that
X
again.
Factor?
Don't ever do that again. If you ever do that again, I will disown
Somebody to trust, man.
you. How you gonna fucking... This dude can't even get his own league right. How you gonna let him run yours?
Been with
See,
us for
but-
years.
But that's the thing, though. The big problem came because the solution was that you and him would draft, and he still drafted.
Hell yeah, and you know he set up his draft board.
I told him not to do it. I said,
Man, you know he set his draft board up. Even if he didn't draft, he was gonna take a 5th rounder in the first round that he knew was the X Factor 99 speed and all this other crap.
Yeah, I got all
It
that.
was a lose-lose, man. There wasn't nothing that you could have done on that would have been looking good for the league.
No,
But
man.
all season,
Yeah.
the first thing to cut down this bullshit of we be cheating for one another, which I've already shown that you be advanced. So while I'm trying to fucking bid, we need to make it to where there's going to be 4 different admins. They're going to get a text, advance from your phone right now. There's not going to be a set time for the advance. It's going to be Monday is stage 1 from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Advance can be any time between 8 and 10 p.m.
Damn it.
And there's still no way. There's still no way. There's no way.
If you text an admin at 9 o'clock and say, hey, advance, and he advances,
Yeah, but people still gonna be like, oh, they did this, they did this. Now what we probably could do is we select 4 users, and we tell those users, I want you to contact the commish. You pick the time, so that way that even the commish doesn't know.
but then they're going to go in and outbid everybody before they tell you to do it.
Okay, here's my idea.
See, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
'cause,
We
that
only,
could try to do
we
that
only
with me
advance
before.
from PlayStation. No advancing from phones at all. Only from PlayStation.
No, the reason I
We,
said
oh,
do
no,
it
listen, no, listen. Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking first. No, shut the fuck up. Let me finish talking first. Before...
I will boot your ass out this chat.
Oh my God. Go ahead. I'll go to fucking bed, dude. I don't care.
You do care. That's why you still in here.
So, we advance from the PlayStation. However, you start streaming when Madden is loading up. That way, your stream pops up, you're in the loading screen. You go right into the league, you advance. You don't look at who you're bidding on, you don't do any of that bullshit. You go in, and so that way, even if you do go to bid on someone and then turn it off and then come back in, it doesn't matter because that gives everybody a whole like 3 minutes to bid before you get back on. And then you post that stream to chat and say, look, boom, there's the advance. No bidding, no cheating, done.
I like
But
that.
we have to keep it so that it's not announced. So I say that we come up with the off-season schedule. It's something that's agreed upon between us. When it comes time for playoffs, we say these are the parameters. Advance will happen between this time and this time, and then whoever does advance just has to stream it and then post a stream. That way there's no advance set time, so that there's nobody who's poaching the fucking free agency. And then, you know, like let's say David can't get on, and so he messages me and he's like, hey, I need you to advance something tonight. Where he was going to do it at 10 p.m. Eastern, but I do it at 10 p.m. my time, which is 12 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, I'm good with that.
There you go.
I'm good with
So if I hop on the
Then there's no
game
way to complain.
and I put in all my bids real quick, say I'm bidding on 5 people, and there's 5 people that want that dude, but these 5 people ain't had a chance to get on today. But then I hop off the game and I get back onto the game and I start streaming, and then I advance. There's still gonna be that aspect of, oh, well, David outbidded me. What a shock! I hadn't been on the game today.
So then we
So
make it a
it's still a
48-hour
lose-lose.
advance. It's a 48-hour advance. If
No,
you can't
what I'm
make it on your
saying, this is what I'm
PlayStation,
saying. No, that's what I'm saying. You say while you're in school, we decide that's the time we're gonna advance, and I'm gonna be the one advancing. So I hop on real quick and I outbid everybody that me and you are going after. And then I get back off the game, and then I get back on the game. I start the stream at the load screen, and I advance.
okay.
I never bidded on nobody on my stream, but I outbidded you for all of them.
Here's another solution. You and Booter aren't allowed to advance. You make me and Supercharge and pick one or two other people to do it. And then when the off season comes, us four stream. You guys' names aren't even mentioned in it. You guys never post a stream. You guys
But
don't
then
know
they
when us
attack
four are
y'all
gonna
with y'all.
advance.
But see, this is
Let
the
them attack
problem.
me. I mean,
No matter what
but that's the
happens,
thing is like
they're
you
going to
like,
say you're
well,
cheating
then,
to get the advantage. That's why I
okay,
said do
then
it
let's
from
shut
the
the
phone.
league down.
That's why I
No,
said do it from the phone. Because if
Okay,
I'm
so
not even
then
on the game, I can't outbid you if I'm doing it from my phone.
Because I can't see nothing.
Exactly. I can't bid on anyone. If Booter texts me, hey, where you at right now? Or I'm at the park with the kids, advancing. Well, I can't get on. All I can
let's
do
say
is
you
advance.
advance from the phone and it glitches and you advance 2 weeks.
Fuck it.
Uh,
I'd rather hear y'all cry about it advancing 2 weeks than crying about me getting on there and outbidding your ass for an 83 tackle.
Yeah.
I
Well, then
mean,
guess what? You take away the advancing part for you and Boozer, there's nothing for them to complain about. So that's the thing is, like, we could do this shit for a whole season. Try it out. And if it doesn't work, we could fucking change it.
Yeah, that's true, man.
But I honestly think that if you and Boozer aren't allowed to do it, because you guys are the creators, you're the brothers, you know, if you guys have nothing to do with it, they can't complain about it. Because their main complaint is you, because you're a dick to everybody.
yo,
So,
they all
So
gonna
if you
find a
take-
reason to bitch.
you take you out of the equation, there's nothing to complain about.
Ah, shit.
oh, they'll still find something. But hey, we do however y'all want to do it. Hey,
Huh?
seriously, let me get McCaffrey.
God damn it.
Alright. We're good here?
That's a no on McCaffrey.
I guess that's it. I guess that's it, man. I guess was there anything else?
Oh,
Anybody?
there need okay.
All right, what
The
what
chat thing. Go ahead.
so what happened with the whole situation, because we never figure out what happened, you know, when what his name is again?
Oh, Gizmo?
Not Gizmo. Freaking the whole far as when somebody gets suspended scenario. Because what happened to that situation, or how that supposed to go about? Should it should? Cause I know you were saying should it be public, but how that need to go about?
Okay. So like, nah, man. I'm gonna tell you. So if something has to come down, usually I'm gonna go into the DM and discuss that. Because that's between you and that user. I don't think that this ain't the freaking military, or this ain't the school where somebody has to be blasted out in front of everybody else.
Right.
So,
It's always better to have the least amount of people involved at
Yeah.
second, because
Yeah.
messages don't
Yeah. Because people might, they come in and I want this and this and this for that person, and then come 2 weeks later they do the same thing. And then, because I tell you what, man, so this
How
is how
the
I saw that Chris just changed Jalen Ramsey, let somebody else do that, and then let Chris see it. Yes, he would have talked about it. He would have, because he be one of the main ones that's like, oh, this person is doing this, and that's what I saw in the chat. I'm like, what? So, yeah.
I was getting pissed with him trying to trade Ryan Shazier after you told him in chat you can't play with Ryan Shazier.
Yeah, I should have killed that guy a long time ago.
Okay, so with that being said, so now if depending if it's the depending if the divinity game or not, do it get falls with the suspension? Do it actually supposed to take place on the next game or the game after, depending on is it the division game or not?
Yeah, I usually do non-division games, depending on what it is. Now, from moving forward, if you quit, that's automatic.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he'll be dropped at
If
the
you
23
quit,
after a
like
pickup
you
of
straight
about
up
4.
rage quit, Not
Bottom
your,
line, they
not
want to
your,
keep this
like
clock
the
rolling, so
guy
they'll take
did
that one right
David.
there. They just want to keep falling
David,
forward, and they won't
if
put
it's
the
a new
onus
guy,
on the big fellas up front.
Yeah, that was the
They're
new
missing
guy.
at home.
yeah, he had a new guy, so he booted him.
Going
So
on the
you know
ground with
what?
Eckler.
I'm okay with that. As a new guy, we didn't know nothing
Just a
about him.
1-yard
We didn't know
pickup there,
what
and it's
he
going to make it third
had
down
going
at
on.
6.
So
I know that speed
he
is the
ain't got
hallmark
no
of today's
respect in this
NFL
league.
game, but the key to
Right.
good
But
rushing
like if
defense
somebody,
is
you
still
know,
having your
like these
linebackers
guys,
set
the
the
only reason
edge.
that Kimber even got a pass is because he has been active and he has played the whole. He's been a pain in the
The
butt.
Seahawks
but
on third down.
Pain in the butt, not the right word you want to say.
This will be
he has
third and
What
6.
question? What are we waiting on EE to advance for?
I'm in the middle of a game. Who go advance
I
it?
didn't know. I'll do it.
They'll try the left
Oh
side.
yeah,
Dobbins. And he's
I didn't
gonna
know we
lose
waiting on
yardage
something.
and be back
Okay,
down to
I
25.
said, only thing I had to do probably set up a.
Yards, and it brings
Hold
up
on,
fourth down.
I could do that trade. It's only week 7, right?
So on
Yeah,
fourth
E.
down, here's Jason
Yeah.
Myers for the
Yeah.
Seahawks field goal.
Yeah, I still have a time.
42-yard attempt.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to
well-
use
You got a trade to do?
Game
I
here
gotta switch
on
places.
EA Sports.
Yeah, I got to do a trade with what you call him? With
So it's Seahawk football as we
yeah, I
march
said
toward
I
the
advance it.
They've got a fourth
All right,
down
I'll
here
be
in a
right
game
back.
that
Let me
looks to
switch
have been
places.
decided already.
All right.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead
Who
in
you
the fourth
trading?
quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly
Freaking
right. This one was well
Patterson.
in hand. That kick
I
there
might trade him
was
for
more
like a
cosmetic,
for a
add to
guard.
the
He got a
score.
guard
Not getting hit,
89.
that shouldn't harm him
Yeah.
at all.
I need some type of fucking line. My fucking line get it demolished.
To get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last
You
drive
said we
here
using
on the ride.
Mitch?
Some people like to do that.
Mm.
I remember playing
I need
for
a
guy who
running
threw
back.
down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
Oh, you ain't got no good running backs.
No, I ain't got.
Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at
Matter
the
of
end.
fact, I'm about to just go ahead and run this clock out. Cause I ain't coming back. I'm down by freaking
Put this one behind
19
them.
point.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He completes it to Henry. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
You should let me get Jackson, your DB.
A big play
Uh-uh.
there for LA.
Bad enough. I need to freaking to build that whole my defense up anyway for that team. That's what I've been working on. Cause what happened? Cause after I made that trade with you for Levinsky, I could have hit the free agent for a whole year. I could have hit the free agent because my cap was shot.
Play action. Now Trubisky.
Got him.
This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Two
Yeah,
big plays in succession.
yeah, like I
Not
said,
sure
this game
D
over
knows
with.
what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon.
I'm at touchdown. Better not call a fumble.
Loose. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here.
Hey, Haywood! 54!
Trubisky will throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach.
I know I could beat this dude.
Seeing that play,
I that guy played him a little more smarter.
focus.
If I'd have played how I'm playing now, I could have easily beat this dude. So
Here's the Seattle offense ready
Okay,
to
he
get
gonna be
this
still
drive
tossing it.
underway. And a few
Okay.
kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but
oh shit.
very little reason to use them at this point. A terrific run.
Oh, he gonna
there
try to
start
score
the
again.
drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. First down, and they stick with
He ain't going
Eckler.
nowhere.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second
That go ahead take the
down.
knee. That's why I'm not able to call a timeout. That take the knee. That take the freaking knee.
Continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink
That's all I
this
gotta
one,
do. That
right?
take the
Make
freaking
sure
knee.
He's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On second down, Dobbins. Call it a gain of 5.
All right, I advanced the lead.
A yard or
I'm
two
just
short
finished.
here with third down coming up.
That bitch about to shoot the bear.
Yeah, let me go ahead and advance the lead.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game.
Who crying about the lead not being advanced?
The entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Dak Wabba, his freaking name. I should have figured. That's it. I definitely seen him running the same play over again with the pass, but it is what it is. Because I play sloppy. He has to play better defense on me on that one.
By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Seahawks, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3.
Yeah, I can see myself beating him. Especially if I sit there, the fuck is acceptable, man, fuck you. Alright, let me go ahead. Yes, we did. I feel like that he played dirty.
Who you play?
The Seahawks. Yeah. He did. Yeah, but I could tell I know I could beat him. That's the thing. He played like his freaking his other brother, the Denver Bronco a bit. When I tell him he was good.
He asking you because of what I said earlier
Oh, yeah,
about the
I know.
way he be running the same shit.
Well, I can tell. So, but in that first half, I could tell some of his play with the same shit.
Oh man. You should let me get black now.
You aiming for all his fast receivers. I like. Hold on, let me. Lucky I got a big ass cap this year. Can my
All
cap?
my dudes is 91s. Hell, I'm getting rid of motherfuckers so I can have some cap space. I need a tight end too, man. That's what I need. Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll let Croft play at fucking fullback. Let me get a truck. I thought this motherfucker was changing his damn.
Okay, let me go ahead and advance this freaking league so everybody can stop freaking crying about like when the league go to advance. But yeah, next time I freaking play, I'm gonna make sure I beat the shit out of him. Cause he